A very good morning to one and all. This is the World Polo League coming to you live on CTV Sports. Alegria taking on the Maltese Falcons, and I'm alongside the one and only Dale Schwitz. Good morning, Dale.
Good morning, Ian. How are you? Beautiful day here from the Grand Canyon Polo Club. Field number 3. Weather today, 67 degrees. And look at that, partly cloudy. We got a slight wind blowing 7 miles an hour. Perfect conditions for the World Polo League. Let's take a look at the players.
Feeling the kid.
Well, here we go then, Dale. We've been looking forward to this, of course, very much. The World Polo League in its 7th season. Let's just also quickly remind you who our mounted officials are out there this morning on this beautiful day. Pepe Araja and Gaston Dorignac are 2 mounted officials, and Esteban Ferrari, our 3rd man. Dale, how excited are you?
Oh, this is great. For semi-final, 2 great teams. Now we are using, just to go through really quick here, Jan, before they have our first bowl in, we are going to be using the challenge system today. So we have our instant replay official in his spot at the CTV Sports Studios. Remember the triggers. You can check to see if the umpires can use it, check to see if a goal was in or out. They can check to see if the ball is over the end line or on the sidelines for checking for safety. They can check any contact between the 4-legged athletes or the 2-legged athletes when they come together on a very, very strong play, and any contact and any unsportsmanlike conduct. Also, if the umpires do disagree on a call, they have the umpire trigger, where they'll be able to have the IRO take a look at that play. And the players have the ability to challenge any call or ball placement on the field. So they're going to get their challenges, and it's going to be per half. They'll go ahead and challenge. So we'll go through that if they get a challenge, if they do challenge a call, and we'll break it down for you. But first ball's in play, Jan, and away we go.
And yes, very much looking forward to this. So our ball's in play, and remember, this is 26-goal polo, the highest level of polo played anywhere outside of Argentina in the world. Very much looking forward to that. Mind you, Dale, let's not frown upon how great the polo from 6-goal has been throughout this season so far.
Yeah, no, it's been fabulous, Jan, and you know, everything here at CTV Sports 6 of 26. So we started with the beginning. It was fantastic poll. Now we're getting into it. Very excited about this match, and they're coming out early, looking to go offensive, both teams.
Here we go. Then under the next shot, remember, just to be clear, Alegria in the dark shirts and Maltese Falcons in the red shirts. A shot there coming, I believe that was from Tommy Collingwood, with first shot on goal. And, of course, as we've become accustomed to, very much looking forward, which Dale will be breaking down at halftime. And at the end, of course, the stats.
Yeah, the Maltese Falcons here will have Melissa Ganzi. They like to have her at 1. They're going to use her at the number 1 position. You have the 2 big 10-goalers playing at the number 3 and 4, Pablo and Juan. So you're going to see this right now as they use each other very well in the short passes. Matias Gonzalez, first year in the World Polo League, should be a great asset to the team.
And here we go. That was a nice little backhand shot, and that looks like it could. It will be the first goal. Well played indeed for Alegria. And Mr. Fred Mannix, yep. No surprise there to see Fred being the first man to score after that perfect pass. And just nudges in front of Colo Gonzalez. And there we go.
Yeah, so, you know, this is a little change. Fred usually plays the back. We've seen him play number 4. He likes to play the number 4. So switching it around with Jason Crowder and Fred playing in front. They know each other very well since they were kids. And then when you put Nic Roldan in the 3 spot, Tommy Collingwood will hold the back door down. Very strong team.
And not only that, Dale, they won the throw-in again. Here we go then. Long ball coming from Nic Roldan. as they get closer once again into that half of the Maltese Falcons. A little under the neck shot. Wow, what an angle and what a great finish here with a little over or under 5 minutes remaining. I wouldn't mind having another closer look at that.
You got it. So they get this ball out of the bowl in, and Nick, he's got Fred going forward, and this is what they did on the last play. Freddie looking to go offensive, and Nick just laying a perfect pass inside the 30-yard line and an easy finish.
Well, that makes it, as you can see, 3-0. Let's not forget that 1 goal on advantage on handicap given to Alegria. They are a 24-goal team, Maltese Falcons 25, and the ball is back in play. And once again, Alegria, Dale, have won the throw-in.
Yeah, very, very strong in the bowl-ins, and in the World Polo League, possession is huge, and you want to try to get possession, and, of course, it is always a lottery. Oh, nice try there by Mannix.
Yeah, that would have been his 3rd goal in a row. Wow.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Well, he clearly wants it. So Maltese Falcons being caught off a little off guard here. Here we go then. The first of our 2 10-goalers, Juan Nero, tapping that ball into play. Who's he going to play it to? Plays it out to the right-hand side. But again, look how well they are standing in that defense. Here we go then. Melissa Ganzi has the ball taken off her by Mr. Collingwood.
Yeah, this is going to be, Melly had the right side. Looked like Mel wanted to go to the right there, but her first touch of the day, so it kind of went to the left. Tommy now changing it up a bit to keep control, and that kind of works well for the Alegria team, getting everybody a touch on the ball early.
On the move now, Mr. Nic Roldan runs into a bit of traffic there. Gonzalez is on his left side. Roldan with the under the neck shot. Look at that to feed it up to Crowder. Crowder try to finish it there.
Something slipped up. So
it looked like something might have just gone a little bit amiss there.
Yeah, Jason, you got a pass from Nick that comes across the center, and he was riding. Well, actually, Juan Martin and Jason were riding each other off. Oh, and just bad luck, yeah. But it's very bad luck. We're going to make sure you can see right there. Pablo was focusing on the ball. Unintentional, 100% on this. But we'll definitely take a look at Jason, make sure he was going to go hit the back shot, and Jason checked up to try to make a hook on him. And when his mallet was coming down to hit the ball, Jason got to lean back simultaneously, and they had contact there. So they'll take a look at it, just make sure Jason's okay. We're going to have a courtesy change. We are using the courtesy change, and everyone has become accustomed to the courtesy change. Midway through each chucker, players will have the opportunity. It's not mandatory, but they can change their mounts, and we will bring you down into the pits as they do in NASCAR or Formula One through the whole World Polo League. And a lot of fans enjoyed it. I enjoyed that part too, Jan. Being able to get up close and personal to the players and the 4-legged athletes during the heat of the game.
Indeed, and looking at our screens here, Dale, looks like we've got, which was to be expected, a very, very large turnout here for this first semi-final. Remember, this afternoon, the action continues with our second semi-final. Casablanca will be taking on Travieso, and that'll be coming on your screens this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Looks like Jason's okay, able to continue playing.
Yeah, tough as nails, this guy. I mean, I played a lot of polo with Jason, had the opportunity to play in the World Championships with him when he was 2 goals. I was 5 at the time. Just a great teammate, very focused. Has had a great summer at the Aspen Valley Polo Club, aspenvalleypoloclub.com. If you're looking to play polo in the summer from July to September. But he's okay. That's a huge, huge relief for everybody. And they're going to say unintentional, and they're going to bowl it in from the center to the boards inside the 60-yard line here.
And with a little over 3 minutes remaining, the Maltese Falcons, well, they need to start getting that rhythm going, and I'm sure that won't take too long with 2 10-goalers on that team. But you're going to give it up to Alegria, standing very well here. Their positioning play has made it very hard so far for the Maltese Falcons to really get their flow going.
Yeah, they use the outlet pass after the bowl-in. They get a little lucky on the bowl-in. It is the lottery. It went out of bounds for the knock-in. And then they went to the control play. Pablo came in there early, and then they bumped each other, so we'll see what happens on the ride-off. I think they might get the early foul. Yeah, they're going to get the early foul on the right-of-way violation. A little bit of a blocking foul there by the number 3 for the Alegria team. They'll move that ball to center for a 5B. And they'll pass the stick to Juan Nero.
And that will be a long drive. Here it goes. In front of the goal mouth. Melissa is there, but once again, Alegria able to just block it and send it back out towards the boards, and away we go. Alegria. Oh, no, that... I was going to say.
Yeah, they got it. Tommy now takes over.
Yeah. Long, high ball up in the sky, looking for Mannix. Just beaten to it there by Juan Nero. They're on the boards. Ball will go out of bounds, and we will have a change of possession.
Yeah, and this is an interesting one to watch for the fans also, because it shows you this ball's going to go back to the Maltese Falcons because a horse kicked it out.
Yeah.
And a lot of fans ask about that. What happens? Even if a player hits it into another opponent's horse and it goes out, they still get possession.
Quickly taken then, and once again knocking on the door here of Alegria. Near side back from Mannix, but only as far as Pablo Mac Donough for the Maltese Falcons. Yeah, Jason needs to make a little bit of space there to allow the number 3 to make the play. A little under the neck, back to the board. So from 110 goaler to the next, Juan Nero now. But they are being very, very quick here. Alegria shutting down anything that could blossom into a proper attack and a shot on goal. Pushing them back towards that halfway line. Good pressing here. Good defense from Alegria. Having to take the scenic route round the outside. Pablo Mac Donough. In comes Jason with an attempt of a cheeky steal. And this tenacity here, this is what I think is going to make all the difference.
No, very good point. I like to see the way they're pushing here, the Maltese Falcons, because Alegria is double teaming when the 10-goalers get the ball, which is a good game plan. They're putting an extra man on them. But that's going to free up Melissa, so they got to watch out when they release the ball. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see how the game develops.
Nic Roldan with a nice pass once again. He's found Mannix, just beaten to it there by Gonzalez. He stops, he turns, and we will get a whistle.
Yeah, you get a couple different people coming in from different angles here. So this ball gets hit downfield right here by Nick, and then he gets overread. Matias does a good job spinning around. He's on top right there, and then you got a player coming from one way, one coming from the other. He had his head down trying to go for it. Now they'll decide on which player he fouled, because it could change. Even though they're in a place where the ball placement probably will get moved, because it is a foul for the Alegria team, just blocking. Matias kind of stuck on top. But there's one player going towards the goal, one going the other way. So you could say from the spot on one. But because it was about out in the 80-yard line, they'll move it to the 60. And they're going to move it in even further. So they did go with the man going to goal. So that's even more and more important. So open goal, first open goal, penalty 3. Ooh. They're going to dodge a bullet.
Yep, and Mr. Mannix will be denied his hat trick in the opening chuck. And mind you, there are still 40 seconds to play. But that would have been quite an impressive start here by Captain Fred Mannix to pick up a hat-trick, and that will bring us to the end of that first chukker. So 2-0 in favor of Alegria. Make sure you stay with us. The World Polo League Founders Cup will be right back here on CTV Sports.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chuckles and Cocktail, because this is the fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxing, chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
once again, a very, very good morning on this Friday, the 28th of February. Great to have you with us, CTV Sports. My name is Jan-Erik Frank, and I'm alongside the one and only
Dale Schwetz, nice to see you, Jan, for our first Founders Cup semifinal. Doubleheader today.
Absolutely, and what a cracking opening chucker we just saw there, Dale, by Alegria. Fred Mannix picking up 2 goals, plus the goal on a handicap, so they leave the field. They left the field at the end of that first period of play with an advantage of 3-0. Haven't quite yet seen the Maltese Falcons spread their wings.
Yeah, but they tried different. They had Melly up front first, and she got to get some contact. That was early in the game, early in the chucker. And then there were just a couple great plays by Alegria to get them going by Mannix at the number 2 position. But then they mixed up. The 10 goalers got together, tried some give and goes because they're playing 3 and 4, Pablo and Juan. And then Matias got get in there the first chucker and get a few touches. So now they'll work some plays and see how the game develops.
And away we go then. Juan Nero, you just spoke about one of those 2 10-goalers, plays it over to the other 10-goaler. Pablo Mac Donough got a nice run here. Mannix will try and send that ball back. He does, gets a nice little touch on it. Now then, can Crowder turn and get possession of that line? Just beaten to it as the Falcons still have it. Again, a little switcheroo from one 10-goaler to another. Now it's going to be Nero. Juan Nero, long drive up, down into that half of Alegria. Trying to find a little passage. The finishing touch just going out wide by Juan Nero.
Yeah, and this is a super play because Melissa starts it. She gets the ball in center field, changes the line, gets the right of way, controls it, leaves it for Juan. He leaves it for Pablo. Pablo back to Lamar, and they get a shot on goal.
Here we go. They're knocking coming. Mr. Collingwood out to the right-hand side. Looks like he's got his eyes on Nic Roldan there, who's going to be the recipient of this very nice pass. Straight away in comes Gonzalez to try and shut him down. Nice pace now, opening up very nicely this game. Oh. Yeah, well, he's going to let him play, and that, of course, is the World Polo League. If there is no imminent danger, we want to have positive running polo, and what a nice pass up to the front door. Crowder not able to pick it up, and once again, the Falcons. Oh, a loss, but he's backed up. Well, when there's one 10-goaler, and then you have another one, then you should normally be okay, but here we go. The Falcons with a run over that halfway line. Gets a little clip there and a hook. The backhand from Mannix looking for Roldan. It'll be Crowder on the near side, not quite able to control it. Gets traffic coming in the form of Pablo Mac Donough.
You know, get a whistle on the play again.
Yeah.
Love the non-call earlier. I know you mentioned it, that the speed and everything, as long as that window's staying open. And remember, this is high goal polo at its finest, so that ball, those distances are going to get tighter.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, like I said, we cover everything from 6 to 26. Safety in the 6 as the lower-rated players, but now you get the higher-rated players. Great non-call, and now we will get a blocking call, 5B or 5A for the Maltese Falcons.
And it's quickly taken, and again, they've got their eye on Mannix, but it's turned around by the number 2. There he is, Fred Mannix. A little bit of space to work with over on the far side. He's got Pablo Gonzalez coming in behind and very hot. Mannix can't control it. Crowder is there, overrides. Roldan opens his shoulders, takes a shot to goal, and scores.
Yeah, their rotation is working well. They turn the defense into offense with very smooth, and they get Fred going forward. Fred he's had a few touches here in the first 2 chuggers, but they fall in line. They line up again very well. And Nick from his danger zone, anywhere from 60 to 80, watch out for Roldan. I mean, he can even further, but that's his comfort zone. He's very, very accurate from that area.
He is indeed. So 4-0, Dale. The Maltese Falcons, like I said, caught a little bit off guard here, and Alegria have possession once again. Of course, the stats will tell us more about that at halftime. Make sure you tune in and you stay with us for that. Long ball coming. Mannix just beaten to it there by Nero.
And that'll stop there at 4:07 on the clock. we'll take a look at this, see what our mounted officials decide. Looks like I don't know if they use a courtesy. They might use a courtesy change here.
I think we
See
might.
if they do, if they're not.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that we've had a little incident on the field, but everything's okay. Everything's all right. So just please do bear with us. We should be right back here with the continuation of this second chukker. Chance for us to just quickly tell you about the other two teams that are going to be playing here this afternoon. Dale, who's playing this afternoon at 3 o'clock? Casablanca and Travieso. Yes, indeed. So, and that team is made up of Grant Ganzi, Rufino Benzadon, Sapo Cassette, and Hilario Figueroa. So, again, some very, very big names. Travieso, great to see Tony Calle back with the man from Chile, the very, very strong Pipe Vecchilino, and then, of course, Juan Martin Zubia and Santi Toccolino. Any predictions on that?
Yeah, that's going to be another match. The matchups are back. If we go, let's start with Casablanca. Grant Ganzi been playing fantastic at 3, coming off a stellar summer, and he's at that 3 to 5, looking for that 5-goal rating. I've had opportunities to talk with him. I've had opportunities to watch him work out, his game plan, know the horses. He's got a great team there with Roki running his barn, and he's very in touch with those horses, and that is a huge part. He knows that, and he's mounted so well, so he is going to be ready to go. And then, we saw Rufino. He kind of grew up here in the World Polo League, playing with his dad, and he just seems to take it to another level. And 8 goals. What can you say, Sapo? Former 10-goal player, so he's pivotal at the 9 and unbelievable. And then we will watch Hilario play and everything else. Who he just got back because he was resting up to get ready, but she showcased his last 2 games in the 8 and the 12, and again, so that they're a full 4-team rotation play. We'll see how they go against, because they're going to go up against Travieso. Tony Calle, who's again another very strong 3-goal player, mounted very well, has been playing all over. Had the opportunity to play in a lot of the beach and snow this year, so I saw Tony a lot and talked to him. Another focused. I love the 3s going to 5 because I remember that time. And it is a very pivotal position in your career, or in your polo career, no matter what, you going from 3 to 5, that 5 to 7, and so on. And then, Pipe, as long as Pipe is strong from the penalty line that he's always been, very strong 7-goal player. And then, the versatile. You got Santi Toccolino, who we love watching Santi. He's another power pole player, and he'll probably play somewhere in the 3 or 4 position with Zubia, and they'll have a good 4-player rotation if needed. So it's going to be a great matchup. You don't want to miss it.
No, it is indeed. And, of course, the 26-goal World Polo League already kicked off its 7th season when we had the All-Star Challenge Rima Schneider Memorial, the 32-goal match that it was. And in that match, I remember you touched on Grant earlier, what a cracking game he had in that. Casablanca picking up their first win. Here we go then. Everything is set to continue, and Melissa Ganzi gets a nice little touch on that, trying to send it up to Colo Gonzalez. Alegria coming back and stealing it. Long ball downfield. Again, knocking on the door. Mr. Mannix, given an opportunity like that, well, he will not take that up. So well done, Fred, picking up his 3rd goal here of the match.
Yeah, here's Nick from the 60 to 80 again. And you need to be careful, these high goal players, when they're in that 60 to 80. They can either shoot a goal, or in this case, he finds Freddie perfect. There's your 60 to 80. Freddie gets a little bit of a jump, which will be a battle all day between Nero and Pablo and the defensive team for the Maltese Falcons.
So very much going their way, and again they've won the throw-in, and away we go with Mr. Roldan on the near side trying to correct it. Well done, Nick. Now can he finish it? And that again, as you said, that is his, well, for the opposition, the danger zone. A little backhand shot. 3 or 4 players all wanting to take possession of that line, but it'll be Mr. Roldan with an under-the-neck shot. Watch that ball go.
Where is he? Look at where he's at. Yeah, and check the spots here. 60 to 80 again.
Yeah.
He takes it across the 60, actually, and he's at about the 65, 70-yard line. And, again, it's a layup pass that'll roll in. So as long as he's got somebody there, but good defense there by Nero, pushing Freddie off the play. And then so Nic's got to depend on the energy of the ball. Well done.
Well, didn't expect to see this, Dale. 6 goals to 0. And we still have a good 2 minutes remaining here in Chukker number 2. Maltese Falcons, struggling at the moment, but I'm sure that will be turned around. And of course, Alegria, and it looks like that was their game plan: try and score as many early goals as you can in the first couple of Chukkers.
Yeah, I would think so. They want to try to get up and get as many as they can, because this Maltese Falcons team, then they get settled and get going. They can be hard to handle. Here's Matias. Oh.
Yeah, one of the most difficult shots to do. Of course, you're going out to the left. You want to hit it to the right. You've got to do it under your neck. I mean, it's not
he
easy.
actually hit it. He hit it to a harder place, so that's a good thing, because he hit it that deep, Jan, to the right, and also just to get free. But that's a good little play to get to that open space. He chose the near side neck shot, just a little wide. Gonna be Tommy on the knock-in.
Collingwood trying to get that ball to come through. He was once again looking for Nic Roldan. Now the Falcons very, very much alive. Pablo Gonzalez. Nice little ball downfield. And must have had a deflection, because Melissa was in that danger zone waiting to pick up that pass.
Yeah, Matias is going to get, it's a good steal here by Matias. And we've been watching him play in the 68 to 12. You know, he's he was playing very, very good with the ball. And I think maybe just rushed it a little bit, because you said he had Melissa out front. But again, get the steal, got the shot on goal, and they're peppering the goal here, the Maltese Falcons. Nice ride-off.
Yeah, back to the knock-in, and the ride-off coming in there from the number 3, Pablo Mac Donough. But they seem to somehow always have that slight little edge, at least they have in the first 2 Chukkers. Look at this, clear run to goal, Mr. Nic Roldan. Sends it high in the sky. He's going to drop it on the green, and a little touch, a flick of the wrist from you-know-who, picking up goal number 4, Mr. Mannix.
Yeah, they're lined out well. Earlier, it looked like Matias actually got in there, Jan. It was Pablo was on the back, but because I just want to bring it up, because we lined up, they line out really well. You see, you got Fred now with Pablo, and Nic's laying that ball in a perfect spot where they got to work hard. Good passing right now by the Alegria team.
Well, that will bring us to the end of Chukker number 2. So a total of 6 unanswered goals plus the one on handicap, 0 goals to 7 or 7 goals to 6. I'm sure that will change. Make sure you don't miss the action when we come back. CTV Sports, the World Polo League Founders Cup.
World Polo League is back.
Once again, a warm welcome, and welcome back to Chukker number 3 of the World Polo League's Founders Cup 2025. Dale, it's hard to actually say it again, but it's I beg your pardon, 7-0, 6 goals scored, 1 on handicap. I mean, you've got to give it to Alegria, who've been playing from the get-go, from that very first ball that was thrown in. They played so phenomenally well. But what's going on with the Falcons?
Yeah, I mean, they had opportunities. So if you really look at it, they had 4 knock-ins, that chucker, the Alegria team. So Maltese Falcons were down there, just a little bad luck around goal. They don't need to change much, just it's been great plays and good passing by the Alegria team. And, there's a lot of polo to be played here, but just good passing by Alegria and a little bad luck around the goal in the first 2 chuckers by Maltese Falcons.
Well, let's see if, and let's hope that they can turn things around now. They are down by 7 goals. Alegria so far have not made any mistakes. And not only that, Dale, I think it's fair to comment, we've had very little in the form of whistling or fouls.
No, it's been very clean. And like I said, the pace has been there. And that's the one thing we were looking for in this high goal, the 26th goal, is the pace. And, of course, being early in this game, they're still feeling each other out because you are getting a full 4-player rotation from the Alegria team.
Yeah, not only that, again, here you can see that they are, pressing and standing very deep when the Falcons have it. Alegria will try and challenge and come in as soon as they possibly can. So their positioning also very good, making it very hard here for the Falcons to play set plays or to create something out of nothing. Again, that ball's going to go nowhere. The little backhand shot, nicely done. Now can Roldan pick it up and do something with it? He's got Juan Nero straight on it. Turned around now by Pablo Mac Donough. Mac Donough, long ball downfield. And, yep, that's what I suspected. Melissa Ganzi to try and take that ball. But once again, very quickly, Alegria come back as Mannix, who, as you said, Dale, very often plays the number 4 position. And what a great pass over to Nic Roldan.
Yeah, and he's rotating around. Great pass from Pablo to Melissa on that last play. But you notice it was Fred that was back now.
Yep.
And now they turned the defense into offense.
Once again, one of those monster shots from Roldan. He's found Crowder on the near side. Jason Crowder. Mannix is again now all of a sudden he's at the front door. That ball, I think, will just run out of, as you would say, real estate here in this third chunk.
Yeah, you might get a safety here. Just a little bad luck. It looks like he put the ball across the center. And Fred did, or actually Jason, hit a near side play right here. Bounces off of Fred backwards, out of the air by Colo. Then Pablo had control and just ran out of real estate a little bit there as he was riding off Mannix. So they'll bring it out for the penalty 6, safety, corner in soccer or football, however you like to call it. But here comes Mannix from the 60. Well hit.
Oh, very well hit indeed. So, Dale.
I was wondering who was going to hit.
Yep.
Because I think all of them are big hitters. I know Tommy and Jason also carry the teams when they play in their low and medium goal. And, Nick. But I did, Fred has been taken for the last couple of years. He likes to be versatile, play the game. Loves the game of polo. He
loves
was
it.
Fired up. Well, I saw him fire. He came in the CTV Sports Studio when they were doing the draw. He was ready to go. His eyes were beaming. He was ready to play. It's good to see that. Love to see that energy from these players.
Here we go then, 8-0, and it is still very much the Alegria show here, especially in the first half. 4:26 remaining in this first half, as Crowder will try and get a little bit closer towards that Maltese Falcons goal. 10-goaler Pablo Mac Donough here, doing everything in his power to stop him from coming through. In comes Pablo Gonzalez, taking the ball around the outside. He's got Collingwood breathing down his neck, and away we go. Gonzalez. Good stick work here. Collingwood just hovering behind, waiting for the unforced error. The little backhander, well, Crowder got a piece of it. It's deflected, and away we go with the Falcons once again. But look at that. Great reading of the play as Mr. Fred Mannix turns things around. Sends it out to the left-hand side. Looking for, and there he comes very quickly. Clever play, picked up by Roldan. And, well, you said it, Dale. We know how dangerous that Mr. Roldan is. Look at that, like as if it was made exactly for that. Crowder gets a piece of it, and a loose ball in front of goal, but there was a line of defense there from the Falcons.
Very, very well done. And they're starting to figure out the little areas that they can chop it, and that's what the 10 goalers will do. Love watching Pablo and Juan work, and just to figure things out, because this is the way Alegria wanted to start. I think they need to come out pushing, because every minute, every chucker, and a good shot here of Pablo Mac Donough, they're gonna figure out little things they can do. And you can see now how they're hitting that line of defense, and also right there, Tomacho Pierez coaching. So they got eyes on the sideline. We're running plays through him, checking with him, checking on the difference, what's working, what's not working, what should we throw in place. Pablo Mac Donough right here, one of the brand ambassador for Charmel. Always a pleasure seeing Pablo, his family here. Just had a birthday. And congratulations coming off his Argentine Open win.
Absolutely.
Not until he died.
Yeah.
Congratulations to them.
And also an avid golf player. He loves his golf.
Oh, loves his golf.
Loves his golf.
Remember I told you I played a couple holes with him on the 60, on the talk show, or the 60. And he wanted to play a couple holes of golf with me.
Okay.
And that's why I learned about what he does when he holds the mallet, because he's got like kind of a double jointed thumb. So when he holds the mallet, he puts the sling on the end of his mallet on his thumb. And I had to pull him out in my bag, and that's the only reason why I saw that, because I got to grab it. But it was kind of interesting because he said when you put the sling around your thumb, he puts it on the end so he can push the sling down, and then he said he gets better control when he's dribbling.
Okay.
It's a little different style, and if you can kind of picture that, how the sling works on the mallet. If you play the game of bowl, you understand. There's a sling there that wraps around your thumb and then goes around your hand, not around your wrist. And it does help you control the stick. But he has a different little style, and very interesting. They're going to get the fair play possession here. Basically, they had control. We went into the courtesy change. That's why they're taking this ball just from the spot, and away we go.
And the Falcons trying to, if they can, get a little bit closer. But again, look at that. Well played.
Bad luck.
Yeah, a little bad luck. But, of course, the pressure coming in from Mannix, who, as you said, Dale, is an all-rounder. So a change of possession, and it'll be Mr. Collingwood, who sends that one out to the right-hand side. And that's a dangerous play to do when you've got Nic Roldan so close in front of goal.
Just off the side?
Yeah, just off to the side, to the
They're
left.
shooting.
Yeah.
It seems like they've kept their same. We haven't seen a change with Alegria. I'm just pointing, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Exactly.
Things are working well, besides the great adjustments by the Maltese Falcons here. So let's see if they change it up a bit. They're going to find Melissa.
And Melissa will find Juan Nero. Beg your pardon. Pablo Mac Donough on the boards there. Struggling to try and control it. In comes the challenger, Nic Roldan.
And that ball gets, looked like the board got stepped on and going out. Change of possession. Pablo.
Mac Donough. I would like to see them take a few long-distance shots. Well played once again. Mannix leaning far out of the saddle. And Fred Mannix, and we know how much he likes to run the ball. There was the pass. He was looking for Crowder. Mac Donough got there just before him. Turns things around once again. A little deflection. In comes Juan Nero, but I think we had a whistle. Yeah,
Pablo turns this ball quickly to the left. And this is, you can learn a lot from this play. Watch how he's got Crowder, pushes up to the outside, and then he flips it back, takes control of the lines going up and down, and then Fred's just going to get caught in there trying to clear out, and he gets caught on the outside. So this is going to be an opportunity for the Maltese Falcons. They'll move this to the 60 or maybe closer. We'll see where they're exactly at. They might get, they're going to get 60 out of it. And that's a tough play because we're actually the quickest way out would have been to the left. But, of course, it'd be easier for Fred to turn to the right there, so just his horse kicks the ball. So,
unlucky, yes.
Yeah, unlucky. But like I said, it's one of those plays that we cleared out the other way. So, got to go with it. And a good call. It's going to be Pablo. off the right side.
Yeah, just off to the right side. So still no score. 8-0. And let's have a look at that clock, Dale. A little over a minute remaining, and I'm sure Mr. Mannix and his crew would be delighted if they can take this result into the halftime break. And as you rightly said, if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. So if they can continue playing the way they have, and they could secure themselves a spot in Sunday's final. Remember, the final of the Founders Cup on Sunday, 2nd of March, 4 o'clock here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Would love to see you there. And remember, if you can't be with us, you'll get the live broadcast, of course, here on CTV Sports.
Ball comes into the boards, and they kept jumping off. Looks like it's going to go back to the Maltese Falcons. They're on the move.
They certainly are. Second attempt here with a shot on goal coming from Pablo Mac Donough in front of goal, and he's going to finish what he started. Well done, Pablo Mac Donough, picking up a very much needed first goal here for the Falcons.
As they say, never give him 2 chances in a row. He says that on the golf course, too. If he can hit 2 balls, Pablo says he'll destroy you. He's really good, like he said, with the golf. But getting that second shot. Now, he had the penalty shot. He gets an opportunity for the change of possession and gets a goal. Well done.
And that will bring us to the end of the first half. So a goal apiece. At least they weren't able to score 4 goals, which they did in chucker number 2, Alegria. Here then are your halftime stats.
All right, so you break down here, 8-1, we know that. So shots on goal, you're going to see more from Alegria for sure, 12-5. Knock-ins, that went back and forth. There's the 5, though. And the knock-ins for the Maltese Falcons, they had the other 4. So those are some missed goals. They can add those on, and they'll get those going. And fouls committed went the other way. Alegria actually found. Good job by Maltese Falcons, keeping it very clean there, just to get a few more shots. And they'll get it worked out here as they take them into the 10th. And we'll see you after our halftime.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
The 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back. Once again, a very, very good morning to you for coming to you from CTV Sports. My name is Jan-Erik Frank, and I'm alongside who?
Nero. Nice to be here with you, Jan, for our first semifinal in 2025 World Polo League Founders Cup.
Indeed it is. And Dale, we just went through the stats at the end of that first game. Let's just have another recap of what a great performance we just saw here by Alegria.
Yeah, they came out very quick, and that's what you want to do because with our Maltese Falcons, we have Melissa Ganzi playing the 1. Matias Gonzalez playing the 2, Pablo Mac Donough playing the 3 and 1, Nero playing 4, and Alegria with Jason Crowder playing the 1. A little different. He's playing the max. They switched up. Fred Mannix playing the 2, Nic Roldan playing the 3, and Tommy Collingwood. They came out very strong, very quick, and they attacked the goal, picked up some 2 quick goals. They had one on handicap, 24-team against 25, and they were unanswered, but they kept that energy going in the second chukker, scoring 4 goals, 2 more by Nick and 2 by Fred, and they got in a rhythm, and those are 4 unanswered goals, but that Maltese not as bad as that really looks at 4 unanswered goals because the Maltese Falcons did shoot a goal because Alegria knocked in a few times, so they had a few go wide, and then when they got it, they kind of went even Steven in the third. So that'd be a win for the Maltese Falcons and keeping it 8-1 at halftime. But again, some shots on goal, just a little wide here, a little wide there. But they mixed it up well. So we'll see how their second half, what they do with their second half play here after they come out of the tent. What each team is going to do here. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Does Alegria keep it up, the energy, or do they go defensive? And does the Maltese Falcons switch up some of their plays? We will see.
And that's a very good question, Dale, but I've got a funny feeling Alegria will want to continue exactly the way you said it. If it ain't broken, don't try and fix it. So and here they go, working very hard to get possession. Mr. Collingwood on his way downfield, looking at the far end there, the far corner for Jason Crowder. The Maltese Falcons getting a little bit more aggressive now into the play of stealing or winning the ball back, going in for that confrontation. Left behind from one Tangola to the next, and away we go with Pablo Mac Donough. Mac Donough, you could see him, Nero, just dragging one or two defenders with him. And wait for the under the next shot. Here it comes. And look at that ball. You would say it's got eyes, and has it ever? It's going, going, going. Now, did Pablo Gonzalez get a finishing touch, or was that a goal from the Tangola?
Yeah, no matter what happens, either Matias, we'll take a look at it here to see if Matias does touch it. But, yeah, I think he's going to get a piece of it. But here's our first change, because now you're seeing Pablo and Juan working it together. 2 10-goalers, 20 goals within themselves, working it down the field, little give and goes, short passes, find the open space. That gives Colo time to beat his player. He gets to the inside. Notice he's on the inside.
Yep.
Makes it an easy finish. Great pass by Pablo.
Well, and what a great start here to the second half for the Maltese Falcons. And once again, great to have so many spectators, not only down on the field here at Grand Champions Polo Cup Field number 3, but also tuning in from around the world. And I'd like to very much welcome, they flew in especially yesterday from Zurich, Knut and Anna Hammelmann. Wanted to experience the World Polo League live. So a very good morning to you, Knut and Anna. They are actually from Germany, but the nearest airport is Zurich. So great to have you with us. Yeah, we're going to be seeing, I hope I'll introduce them to you, Dale. They are here for the very first time, and I told them, you can't really miss the World Polo League. It's a bit like, you've got to see the pyramids. It's on your bucket list. You've got to come and see the World Polo League, so that's why.
Yeah, that's one thing about the World Polo League. Does spread around the world. People are always checking out. We have people calling in, sending emails. It's great to see the excitement of that. Look, we had an injury timeout, so we're going to make sure. Now, Jason Crowder in the first chucker on a kind of a tack timeout. Look like James just stretching there. So we'll have tack time, and in the tack time, gives players can change their tack procedurally. They can fix their tack on the field if needed, or if they can. If something broke, they'll give the time to change it, or to go ahead and get on a new horse, which that horse can come back and play again. Give the options there for the players. Usually the players choose whichever is the quickest, but it's sometimes when they want to stay on a certain horse based on the situation in the game, then you might get a complete change, even if they got to change the saddles. There we go, everybody back.
And Mr. Nic Roldan not wasting any time to unload another one of his monster deep shots here. Straight away on that ball, Pablo Mac Donough coming back. And, yeah, a little bit over anxious there, Mr. Jason Crowder.
Yeah, going to the control play again, and I like this. I figured they would come out with some tricks that the 2 Tanglers, they're going to work it. Let's go to the control game a little bit, and it's gonna be interesting to see how Alegria, how they play off of that. Because remember, when the river's flowing nice and easy, like Colorado in the springtime, when that river starts gushing, you got to watch out. And if there's 2 players in the world that have the ability to kind of manage the game and then use what they've learned, it's these 2 guys. So here we go. They're going to get a 5 out of it. So they get a 149-yard move. And here comes Maltese Falcons.
Yeah, and that ball coming from Juan to Nero. And around the outside, Pablo Gonzalez into the danger zone. And Roldan doing a good job in clearing it, plays it into the corner. And wants to find a little bit of space for himself to do what he does so well. Great stick work. Once again, Pablo Mac Donough coming in, steals it back. A lot more possession now here in the second half early on for the Maltese Falcons. And that ball just shaving the front of that goal mouth. I don't know if he was trying to go for the shot. Melissa was definitely there for a potential knock. But again, the Maltese Falcons slowly but surely are spreading those wings.
Yeah, finding the opportunities. Another good shot. Remember, in the first half, they did knock in 6 times, the Alegria team. So they can continue off of that. That'll add up to goals.
Now then, Alegria on the move. Collingwood, deep ball downfield, looking for Nic Roldan, but Pablo Gonzalez will get there just a smidgen earlier. The little backhand shot from Mannix. Well done now. Then can he turn on it and get onto this ball? Well, he was a bit too far out. Gonzalez read it well. Roldan now having to jump in the defending modus operandi. But still, Gonzalez working it very hard. Gets it over the halfway line. In comes the challenge. Roldan stops and turns on a dime. Or a sixpence. As he tries to get a little bit further upfield here for Alegria. Left behind now for Mannix.
Good pace.
Still Mannix, a lot of room. They can't give him so much room. It's like he was just waltzing straight through that Maltese Falcons line of defense. The finishing touch from Crowder. And another goal.
Yeah, I don't know if it was miscommunication here, because it did look like Fred was kind of just sticking ball in at one point.
Yeah.
I think the rotation just kind of got a little bit, because they were on the move, the Maltese Falcons. And that worked out well there. Fred making the hook on Juan. Because Juan, we talked about this, I think you and I were battling out on who the top number 4s defense players in the world. We talked a lot about Juan, of course, and Lolo Casanova played amazing when he was in there. We also had Renato Trotz and actually Carlitos Crescita, who, of course, the anniversary of his father passing, so much love to the family. I just said Memo was amazing back, but that play, Juan, I don't know how he gets to the inside to make the back, try to make that back shot, but Mannix gets the hook on him, and that is not an easy play. But there definitely something changed there when they were going through, like when Nick had the ball.
Yep.
I think the rotation for the Maltese Falcons, because it looked like Fred was going to pass it, and then he just kept it, and they had to rotate back. And by that time, they were inside the 60.
Good picture here of Mr. Jason Crowder, the man who just scored the goal. And we've touched. I remember this. We touched on this last year. Mr. Crowder, who likes to wear different hats throughout his game.
His helmet.
Yeah.
He's got his goal scoring helmet.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Or his defensive helmet. I'm not sure which one he's wearing right now, but he does change them up. His father used to do the same. A lot of the players will change their gloves halftime and per chucker sometimes, depending on,
And who said we were superstitious, Dale? Who said that?
I don't think it's superstitious too, but much lot with just sweat or just being, if depending on what kind of day. It's been a beautiful, beautiful weather here in southern Florida, and but yeah, there might be some superstition in there, yeah.
Here we go. The ball's back in play. The Falcons have it, and that's another very interesting statistic, which again you'll see at the end of this match, your full match statistics, who wins those throw-ins as well. A little backhand shot coming. Now all of a sudden Alegria having to work a little bit more defensive, but you can see how quickly they turn defense into offense. Nic Roldan on the breakaway here, very fast pony. He's got Pablo Mac Donough right behind him, Pablo Gonzalez on his left, and if there's one man who can like no other, it's this Nic Roldan with these cut shots. My goodness, how close can you get? That was at least 120 yards out, no doubt.
Yeah, and he's on the board, so it makes it even tougher, Deanne, because the angle there and running full speed. Cole is giving everything he's got. But look at Maltese Falcons holding strong here on the defense.
Yeah, well, again, very quick here. They just want it, Dad. You can feel how they want it, Mannix, and it's picked up on the back line. And if that ball goes out of play, well, at least they'll get a penalty 6 out of this. No, it's still in play. Thought it might have just gone out. Mac Donough there appealing. Ball sent back from Nic Roldan. Second attempt. That was Collingwood, beg your pardon. In comes Pablo Mac Donough.
Come off the boards there. Pablo, what a fantastic shot by Mannix on the back shot. Almost laid it in there. Perfect read. But right here, I think this is what Pablo was talking about. He kind of turned before he moved the ball. That's all I was wondering. But he maybe stayed on his side. That's what Pablo had a bit of a argument there, because Nick went in and came out and he turned. Watch, and he said then he got the ball back. Let's see what they decided to do. I don't know if they went with a late whistle, or if they did with the bowling, or maybe they checked it or something. Maybe they did, because that ball did come in and Nick never touched it.
Yeah.
He just turned. So that's what Pablo was wondering. And they go to a bowling here, so we'll check with our field side correspondent just to get a read on exactly. But it's right back where the ball was, where Pablo was going, was asking to see what was going on.
Here we go then. Ball's in play, and that man you just mentioned, Pablo Mac Donough, he's got the ball. Little snap out to the left-hand side, looking for Nero. In comes Roldan, stolen, and we have another whistle.
Now they give this one right away violation right in front. Just a quick line change. Nick got to go for it. Nero in a good spot. Watch each ball change here. Bounces out on the left side there. Off the pony, changes.
Yeah.
And a little pinball machine in there. It does, looks like that, because it came off of of Juan Marin and just shot to a spot where if Nick lets him go, I don't know if it's better to try to go for that, because if Nick lets him go, then you have a 3-on-2 breakaway. At least here you go to center with it and get his team line back up 5B.
Quickly taken by Pablo Mac Donough, gives it over to Juan Martin Nero. Nero now. Is he going to go for the long distance shot, Dale? 1:20 remaining here in chukker number 4. Still 7 goals in it. Here comes the shot on goal. Wide. So once again, Alegria dodging a bullet here and keeping the Maltese Falcons as much at bay as possible. A minute remains here in chukker number 4. And they need to score 7 goals then in 2 chukkers. Doable. But if Alegria keeps scoring, Dale, it's going to be a tall order for the Falcons.
Yeah, they're staying neutral. The Maltese Falcons, Alegria, which is a win for them right now. And let, feeling the Maltese Falcons out. They got to be stellar, though, the Maltese Falcons out on all their shots, so they know it.
Over on the boards, then the Falcons have it. And another monster drive. Looking for Melissa. She can do something with this. Good touch here from Melissa, and a cracking goal here from Melissa Ganzi.
Nice swing, and remember, she had opportunities early, and then she set up a few plays. But here she gets out in front, and I like the thought process. One shot, she's got to shoot that ball, because in this pole they're going to go to the next play, make the hook or the bump. So well done, Melly. That'll end this chukker.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
The 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back. Once again, a very, very good, it is still morning, a good morning to you. World Polo League Falcons Cup, first semi-final. Alegria against the Maltese Falcons. They left the field, it was 8-1 for Alegria. And in chukker number 4, the first time the Maltese Falcons have actually beaten Alegria by 2-1, but still not enough, Dale. 9-3 is the score as it stands.
Yep, they came out of the halftime, and we were wondering what we'd see. What we did see was the Maltese Falcons go to more of a control game, and they started that way, and that gave time for Matias to get in a groove there, and he scored on a fantastic shot by Pablo Mac Donough that probably would have rolled in, but he was right in the spot, and then that definitely changed up the Alegria's way they had to handle defense, because now they got to slow things down because they were flowing in the first half. And then they got Melly in at the end of the chukker, which was great. get her Mal, get them out on the ball early in the second half, because sometimes it get a little lonely out there, and we'll see if they can keep it moving.
Wow. Well, Collingwood wasting no time, Dale, picking up his first goal of the match. He won it straight on the throw-in, and all of a sudden, Alegria are in double figures.
Yeah, they just win the bowl in here and get that offensive attack going. And Tommy with a great finish.
So, everyone now on that Alegria team has scored. Mr. Crowder with 1 goal, Fred Mannix with 5, Nic Roldan with 2, and Collingwood with also 1. And back to that 7-goal cushion here. And now, of course, the Falcons need to be aware of the fact that not only are they playing against a very well-organized, mounted Alegria, but they're also starting to play against the clock. Yes, there is still plenty of time, but they need to start making them count now.
You're gonna get this one back and take it out. Shot from way out. These are the ones in this game. It's been a little tough for them just to get that energy going again. You know, they're taking some nice shots. They're finding the spots to just a little off to the left, off to the right.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. Here we go then. Once again, Alegria. And I'm pretty sure the strategy now will be, let's hold on to the ball for as long as we possibly can. And that Polo Mallet will have seen better days. A little bit unfortunate there.
And you'll get a tack time here, Mallet timeout. Gentleman's play. Procedure put in. Now that ball comes off of the pony. It came off of a Maltese Falcons player. We'll see exactly what they did it go off the. I'll take a look at it. Nick can do them out just to make sure. They'll take the head off there, get the debris off the field for safety of the horses.
Now, we were talking about, obviously, Grand Champions Polo Club and CTV Sports covering everything from 6 to 26. Well, we're watching 26, and we've mentioned, and we'll mention it again this afternoon, our second semi-final, Casablanca taking on Travieso. But let's not forget our 6-goal, the Halo Polo 6-goal trophy. We've got Smithfield taking on Virginia Beach, and that'll be coming on your screens in little less than an hour here on CTV Sports. So make sure you stay with us here for the Halo Polo 6-goal 2025, also coming to you here on CTV Sports, as I said, at 12 o'clock.
This is a great positive possession. Well, they're going to get the possession after the mallet breaks. They're going to get the possession. Juan is going to drive one, and look at this ball, perfectly placed, and he puts it in. Carried on its own, unreal. That just shows you how quickly they can come back. So that now the ones are a little bit off to the right and off to the left. Well, that shows you. I look at a pass for Matias, and it just kept going and going and going. Great shot.
And they won the throw-in again. Here we go then, the Falcons. Yep, now those wings are spreading nicely, and things seem to be working well. Another long-distance shot attempt. In comes Gonzalez. Mannix now going back as the defender. Little chip to the left from Mac Donough to Nero. Crowder wants a piece of it.
You get a whistle. Quick line change. We'll keep an eye on it. Took it down, and they get right here. But, yeah, this Jay said the ball going up and down the field, which it was going up and down the field. He just maybe said just a little bit maybe in front or on the bowling. But the ball's kind of going there. So that'll give, even though Juan still had possession. So in possession inside the 60. They'll move it over. Opportunity here for the Maltese Falcons.
And no mistake for Mr. Mac Donough picking up his second. And, well, as I said, every goal matters now. Look at that. They're chipping away at that 7-goal advantage. Now it's down to just 5. 10 goals to 5. 4.5 minutes remain in penultimate chucker number 5.
They go 2 or 3 on that one. Yeah, the 2 or 3. I know they took it in.
It was a 3.
Yeah, 3. I thought
a
it was.
3.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Well done, Melissa. Establishing that right away there out of the bowl, and this is where this has worked well for them today, for their games to come on. Her getting that possession, now they got to do something with it. You know, Pablo.
Mac Donough over on the far side. Roldan can only anticipate and try and be as much of a nuisance as possible. Still, Pablo Mac Donough working that ball through that line of defence of Alegria. Wants to get that final and most important shot off. In comes Crowder, a little flick of the wrist, and away we go with Mr. Collingwood. Beg your pardon, that's Mr. Roldan. With the number 3 on his shirt. Tommy Collingwood, of course, playing the number 4. Stolen back by Juan Nero. Can he get to the...
Ooh, I like that little pump fake.
Yeah.
Put one on. Oh.
Just out to the left.
They just out there after he hit that one deep one from like 130. I see the step up of energy by the Maltese Falcons on the defense, you know, to win those plays as we go to the Kersey change. Let's just try. They do so many. It's fun watching the high players, especially you get the 10 goals. This how they never seem like they're panicking, and they're always changing something, fixing it. You know, trying to get it going, and beautiful horses here. Shout out to all of everybody, all the trainers and grooms around the world, especially here for the World Polo League. Take care of these amazing animals. Look at the shine on those horses. Unreal. And then actually we were looking here. I think Fred, Mannix, he was talking to Fred a little bit about some of his horses he was playing.
Well, he, of course, also with a big breeding operation.
Yeah, and all kinds. We got the Lionita breeding operation, got Santarita breeding operation.
Yeah. Good picture here of said Fred Mannix, who obviously I'm sure will also be very delighted with the way things have gone in the ice hockey for Canada.
You see the one from Fred? Yeah. Okay. So there you go. So you get funny. You got Fred coming out on that Lionita horse. Victoria, and as you said, we have the Alberta, his breeding operation, and the Santarita. Also, we have some other one. We have the Pierres out the Open. We have Open. We have the Lustina Open. Pete de Merlot's got some out there. They're all different breeding operations. We're going to talk about them with the World Polo League all season long. It's great to see how well the breeding operations are going around the world and what it's done for the game of polo, and it's being showcased here in the World Polo League.
Indeed, as we watch Collingwood deliver a perfect pass for Nic Roldan, and Nic Roldan, that one-touch polo, that's what you're going to see a lot of here in the World Polo League, but Matias, a.k.a. Gonzalez, has his pocket picked, and what a cheeky and a great goal here by Mr. Nic Roldan, now also picking up his third of the match, making it 11 goals to 5 again. Have a look at this here. The pass came from Collingwood. Nic Roldan hammers that one. Colo comes back to defend it. Nic stays with him.
Yeah, bad luck.
Yeah, just a little bit unfortunate there, and clinical finish by Nic.
Yeah, Nic kind of just waiting to see what's happened. Knew he was beat there. Hit a big ball. And like I said, just bad luck as they come back for the bowling.
And they've won it again here. Well, every opportunity they will be given, they will try and make the most of. Alegria. A little under 2 minutes remaining. Crowder taking on the 10-goaler Juan Nero on the boards. Needs to allow to make a play.
Still keeping the control play. This has worked well for them. And in the second half,
yep.
where one player has the ball, and then they use the rotation, keep Melly out in front just in case they get space. And it's worked it down. They got it past center field a number of times. This is when they get in scoring position. Light on the shot, but set up. Whoa, right there. They'll leave it. And now Pablo's got to go for the deep deck. Just a little bad luck there. Colo went to fire that ball, kind of got over the top of it, gets picked up, taken out by Nic.
Roldan taken out to the boards. A minute remaining here in Chukka number 5, and that ball clearly out of bounds.
was that ball inside the 60 or not? We'll take a look at that. That's a down part right there. No, I guess they're going to drop it right there. It is. If it was inside the 60, they'd bring it out for the change of possession. It'll be one hit, one touch, and it is going to be. If the ball was outside the 60 on the change of possession, player does have the opportunity to dribble that ball if he wanted.
Yeah.
Juan Mar.
On the move, Nero. Stolen by Collingwood over on the far side. We have a two-man horse race. Or do we? Mac Donough will try and shut it down. Collingwood will just try and put his stick down to try and hook him. Again, another monster shot downfield. And once again, Alegria dodging a very important bullet. And that will bring us to the end of chukker number 5. 2 goals apiece. We'll be back. Make sure you join us for the 6th chukker of the World Polo League's Founders Cup 2025.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
The 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
World Polo League is back.
Two goals apiece. That's how they left it at the end of chukker number 5. But overall, it is still very much Alegria here, heading towards that final on Sunday. Dale, 6 goals in one chukker, on average, 1 a minute. It's doable.
Yeah, no, they've the little changes have worked. He said, and they've had some fantastic goals, and then they've had a little bad luck on a few. That they gave up, and then opportunities to score. So those add up when a team's playing well against you, and that's pretty much where they're at. But like you said, still have an opportunity here in the 6th. Remember we have our afternoon game. We always want to make sure we let you know for this 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset White Party. And hosted by Ganzi and the Grand Champions Polo Club, March 21st. Put that on your thing. Get your tickets because they are selling out quick. This has been a go-to show. Go to just a day of polo, sunsetpolo.com. Sunsetpolo.com. Get all your information. Get your tickets.
So here we go then. Let's see how the Maltese Falcons come out. They need to come out guns a-blazing. And Alegria. Dale, if you were the coach, what would you be advising Alegria now?
Yeah, I think the same thing. No, if it's not broke, don't fix it. They've adjusted. Well, they're staying. At first, they tried to when Pablo and Juan were going to their give and goes and kind of controlling. They kind of went to them a little bit harder, and they got opportunities and scored some goals. So I think maybe they would give them a little cushion, maybe let them work their magic, and then see if they can pick them up there. But otherwise, they got a good rhythm going right now. So as long as they don't foul a lot, and it's been a very clean game on both sides, and commend both teams, not keeping each other off the line.
Nice bit of stick work here by Nic Roldan. And remember, they are in the half of the Maltese Falcons, and everything that where they don't have possession costs a lot of time. Collingwood with a monster shot again, looking for Mannix, saved and picked up on their own doorstep. And that would, no surprise there, give a whistle.
Okay, so there's this one's not going to hurt. That they're down inside the 60. So you go for it there. And sometimes they'll move that ball. We'll see if they decide to, but they'll go from the spot. And man's going to go for it here.
Yeah, he's stealing it. He wants it. Like I told you, he really, really wants it. And the Falcons getting very lucky. Crowder with a piece of it. Near side backhander. And he's going to have to chase that. Well, nothing needed doing. What a cracking goal here by Mr. Crowder.
Might call it back. Did he not give Pablo a chance to play there? And I think this is going to be a good call because Pablo turns around. Watch out, Pablo turns around. Here's the shot. And it's going to come from here. Here's the shot, the back shot. Keep an eye on Pablo coming from the left of your screen. He's coming from the left of your screen right now. There, I see he doesn't have a chance to try to save that. So it's been better for Fred just to stay out of there and pray. That way, at least Pablo has a chance to try to save it. And remember, the whole ball needs to be over the end line.
Absolutely.
Right.
Unlucky. Very unlucky here. Yeah, good call, Dale. Very good call. So, 11 goals to 5. It still remains the same. No score yet here in Chukka number 6. And we are already within the 6-minute mark here of the 6th and final Chukka.
Look how that changes there. So there's a little bit of a positive energy flow for the Maltese Falcons. Pablo with a great second effort to get back to that ball that Crowder hit. And like you said, Fred, just a little bad luck to Fred. Wasn't there earlier, but they do get the position. They save the goal, they get possession, and now they get a 60. And that all happened within 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if they can capitalize here. And then, like you said, you're in that time slot now. Goal a minute. Hopefully, you get 2 in a minute. Then you sit first class. You get 3, and you're flying private.
Okay.
But they can do it, these guys.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you can't stop them. I mean, just got to get this one first. So, just off this side. They haven't had a lot of opportunities from the line. That's one thing I think when playing a lot of high goal polo, when you have playing, they want to keep the top players off the line because also when they do have opportunities to shoot a number of penalties, the player will get in a groove. So let at least times to give them opportunities, better off. So here we go, just wide on the side. We're going to be the knock-in, picked up here and controlled. Crowder will get a piece of it. Give and go from Pablo to Juanmar. Nero takes it back to the inside. Here come the Maltese Falcons.
Yep, and that ball once again landing at the feet there of Pablo Mac Donough. Deep ball looking for Pablo Gonzalez, and he gets a piece of it on the near side. What a perfect assist there. The pass from Mac Donough, and then Pablo Gonzalez, clinical.
Yeah, so things that weren't working well before are now happening. These are similar plays. Cole's been in the situation where he had one he turned, he had a little bit of problem on, and then he's had a couple shots. Now his second effort plays. 2 second effort plays.
Yeah.
And turns the Maltese Falcons, saves a goal and gets a goal.
Well done, Colo. And that of course, will put the pressure on. Still 5 goals in it, but only a little over 4.5 minutes remaining. And they need possession all the way now. Once again, the 10-goaler over on the far side. Mac Donough looking for Nero. In between comes Mannix. And Mannix has teed it up very nicely for Crowder. And Crowder will clear it for as far as he possibly can, but it's intercepted once again by Pablo Mac Donough. Mac Donough over on the far side with a nice, very good run here on that pony. Mac Donough, the chip shot. And that's another goal.
Mm-hmm. And I like it. They're still pressing. They're still pressing. Down, but this is just a beautiful run. Great horse. Puts him in the spot where he needs to be. And then great selection of shots there. Knowing he's got the one defender. Doesn't overhit it. Lays it in there. You see how he kind of put a little feel to that ball. And now they'll switch him up. So this is where they want to be. Courtesy change on fresh legs right now.
Absolutely. So 4 goals in it, Dale. Well, it could very much go to the wire here if they can just get that ball in possession early on. then they're going to put the pressure up, and I'm sure Alegria know it. They need to keep focused now. Stay highly concentrated and, yeah, literally fight for every ball they can to have possession. Because the more they have it and the less the Falcons have it, the more the chances are that Alegria could get this over the finishing line.
Yeah, the boys are riding out, kind of talking strategy, the Maltese Falcons. Shot of Fred here, and he's going to go ahead and get on one of his breed right here, Alberta Masancha. Ancha. Masancha. And as I said, we'll be going through a number of the horses this year and all the different breeding operations. We've had a mix of everything today coming through. That bird, Mochichos, and Anita, Open, Justina. This is amazing horses. We're going to see some fantastic horses all season long here at World Polo League.
Collingwood trying to get a little bit closer. He took a shot on goal. Immediately surrounded there by red shirts.
Now to come together here quickly. Collingwood bounces to the inside. Nero positions himself.
Yeah.
And then kind of sets Tommy up. Then Nero had that ball on the near side. You see how he controlled the near side line. Remember, there's no right of way on that near side, so he has the ability to, and then see if they see. Now, remember, we do have the challenge system in place, so they do have the ability to challenge calls. We'll see if they decide to do here. Seeing it's a 6 chucker, and they did not need any triggers or any challenges in the first half. And, well, there hasn't really been really anything that has caught my eye anyways in the first 5 chuckers. So they'll see if they take the time to go ahead and use that. This isn't a bad time. Also, if they had not used them, now let's break down and say if they, on this play, they said there wasn't, then they would retain their challenge. If they did, just a scenario to kind of go through what's going. And then they would have them. They would go ahead and have the possession. Who had possession? And that would be, but they're down on their end. They're down in their. If anything, it's a 5 from the spot. So that's not a huge. Usually teams like to save their challenges for goal shot penalties.
Yeah. Well, your words, the risk-reward matrix.
Yeah, risk-reward matrix. You save them. Some teams talk about it. I've talked to a lot of pros about that. A lot of tip players like to just challenge the ball placements.
Yeah.
And we noticed that last year, keeping stats with Steve Lane. Big shout out to Steve Lane. And he was working with us on the challenge system. And we were keeping stats on that. And we noticed that there were some teams that only challenged ball placements.
Correct.
Which kind of, that might be something you want to put in your playbook. They didn't challenge the actual fouls. They were just they were saving them for raw ball placements. If it was a 5, they would challenge, see if they could get a 4 out of it. 4, they try to see if they get a 3. And that's all they did. That's all they challenged, which that's kind of stood out for us. We had a number of teams use challenges for the same reason. If they were possible goal shot penalties, to try to save it. And that is a big difference on because anytime you got a goal shot penalty, if you do challenge and you win it, you take that shot away. That gets to change the game. And the triggers, that's all about the umpires. I believe we had some time here for a tack problem. There wasn't actually a challenge or anything on the play, but it's good to talk about it a little bit so the fans kind of understand a little bit more how the technology is used.
Here we go then, from the spot, a 5A in favour of the Maltese Falcons. The clock ticking down, getting closer and closer to that 3-minute mark, whilst Melissa Ganzi picking up that perfect pass. And look at this, Melissa Ganzi en route for her second goal. Oh, unlucky deflection coming off her own pony. Another deflection. And let's see if he can put it through. The 10-goaler Pablo Mac Donough, surely from there, no mistake. Pablo Mac Donough picking up goal number 4.
Got to give credit due. Melissa Ganzi gets the breakaway. her goal shot stays inside the 30. Tommy goes for the back shot, comes off a pony. Pablo takes on the defense, wins the ball, and then finishes from the 20.
3 goals in it, Dale, but at the moment it's also 3-0 for the Falcons, and not a single goal yet scored here for Alegria in this 6th and final chukker. The Falcons have it again. Crowder trying to secure possession there on that ball, but it's the Falcons. Can't control it, and now this will be a chance for Nic Roldan and Crowder. Couldn't control it. In comes the number 2, Pablo Gonzalez. A little under 2 minutes, Crowder just sticking with his man. And you can see the umpire there on the left of your screen, and he's saying play on. And away we go with the Falcons. Very nicely done by Pablo Mac Donough. Mac Donough loses the bouncing ball. Crowder will try and clear it as far as he possibly can. A new line, but now was he already on that line? I think he very much was, as it was very quick as they turned.
Gotta come around here. We'll check the replay. Ball pops up. Pablo once. Tries to run through. Quick back shot. One more going to jump on this one and get the lesser angle.
Yeah.
Nick, you got to go for that one because everybody's turning and burning. And you never know. One horse could jump out a little quicker than the other. It's going to be from the spot. He knows that also. Let's see if Walmer's put one in bone from this far earlier today. He might get another one. Look at this. That ball's got eyes. It's going to carry.
And there it went just out to the left-hand side. So a big, big relief, I'm sure, for Alegria. 1 minute and 24 seconds on the clock. 3 goals needed. Still doable. Collingwood will tap it into play and will work the clock in his favour, I'm sure. Collingwood out to the left-hand side. He was looking for Nic Roldan. Ball's over the halfway line, and we're down to the last minute of play here at chukker number 6. And it will be Mr. Mannix. Gets a piece of it. In comes again Mr. Collingwood. Over the halfway line. 45 seconds. Dale, well, this could be quite an upset here. The first semi-final.
Yeah, they showed a lot of different looks, so they had the different opportunities. Well done, Alegria, though. They play well as they click down the final 30.
Yeah, and let's see if Pablo Gonzalez can put that one through. I don't think he can. That just goes out of bounds. So with 20 seconds remaining, I think they're edgy out. They're going to call it a day. So as you said, Dale, congratulations on winning their first semi-final. Jason Crowder, Fred Mannix, Nic Roldan and Tommy Collingwood. A great display also from the Falcons, but now here your final match statistics.
Yeah, 11-8. It goes right here, shots. Look at that. I love to see this. Look at the Maltese Falcons, those shots, 18-15. So that just, you know, that's a little bit of an issue there. They had a few go wide. And then they go back and forth. There's the knock-ins. You see the 10 by Alegria. Those are 5 missed. They love those back. That's the main part. Not only fouled one time. Congratulations to Maltese Falcons. And but Alegria will move on, so good luck to them in the finals of the 2025 World Polo League Founders Cup. And we will see you we have a number of games going on today, so check the scheduling. But especially this afternoon for our second semifinal for Jan, Edic, Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. I want to say thank you for making us leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.